Clear the pool, please. Clear the pool. We're going to start today's events with event number 19. Just so you know, the first event is going to be girls and boys 200 IM. And again, in a normal pattern, we're going to go back and forth between girls and boys, older to younger. Make sure that everybody gets a good swims in today. Reminder for everybody, we want to keep our social distancing at our best, keep our arms width and length from every part, away from everybody. Please stay away from the bleacher area and our TV set we have in the back, all the purple, nice blue tiling. Please do not touch, do not climb on, do not play over there. Thank you. No running on the pool deck. If we could get ready to please rise and remove our hats for the playing of the national anthem. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. We get our timers and officials to our stations. We'll get started here. Again, event number 19, girls 910, 200-yard IM will be our first event. There will be 4 heats in the event.
And with the playing of the national anthem, that's when we're starting the 2021 10 and Under Keystone Classic. Thanks for joining us wherever you're at, whether you're in your car, at the hotel room, in a comfy chair in your own home. We're just so glad you're here to cheer on these athletes as they compete against each other. And if you are watching us on Facebook, be sure to like Keystone Aquatics so we can let you know every time there's a meet on. Share that with your friends and family. And on YouTube,
Kim Ginter, Andy Miller, Sean Mellinger.
If you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell icon so that you're made aware of whenever there is a meet. And we're going to be getting started here shortly. Session 2 will begin with event number 19, girls 9 and 10, 200-yard IM. We're going to have 4 heats here. For heat number 1, lane 1, O'Connor. Lane 2, Lee. Lane 3, Shadler. Lane 4, Hawk. Lane 5, Solomon. Lane 6, Pinnell. Lane 7, Kuzik. And in lane 8, Carroll.
All right, boys and girls, men and women, cats and dogs, let's get this thing started. Event number 19, girls 910, 200-yard IM. We'll have 4 heats. Heat number 1, Mr. Referee.
Just a slight delay here as we make sure we have all the officials ready to go. Thank you for your patience. And with the whistle, heat number 1 is on the blocks. And they are in the water. No seat times for these girls as they start off the first heat of our second session, but it does look like lane number 3, Shadler, has a commanding lead here. Shadler make that turn first. Looks like that lane 8 is making some ground as well as lanes 1 and 2. We're going to take a look here at the split. And it is Shadler in the lead, 32.3 for O'Connor, the 3 farthest lanes. Again, lane 1 being furthest from your view on the camera. But those 3 furthest lanes seem to be making the most headway here in the pool today. Shadler turning back to finish the first half of the 200-yard IM. Seems like lane 4 is catching up. That's Kira Hope. And it looks like lanes 1, 2, and 4, O'Connor, Lee, and Hope making that turn to the second half, just behind Aurora Shadler. All these girls are 9 years old. Shadler's breaststroke looking very nice, maintaining that lead over her competition here on the far side of the pool. On the near side of the pool, it looks like lane number 7, Kuzik, is coming in the lead. However, lane number 4 still doing well. Again, that's Kira Hope. Shadler making the turn now to the last 50-yard sprint. It's now coming in with the second split. 2 minutes and 25.73 for her. 2:16.88 for Shadler. Still well ahead of the second place. And as Shadler comes and rounds the bend, it's going to be Shadler. O'Connor coming up in the second position, followed by lane 4, Hope, with the third. With fourth position, it looks like. And Shadler's going to take this one, folks, with a time of 2:58.45. That's a great time for her. None of these girls have entry times. 3:04.09 for O'Connor. I did look like I missed lane number 5 just had a split. I apologize. 3:06.97 for Hope. Great times on the board for all those girls. Lee coming in here with a time. We have a soft touch there for Lee. Kuzik, 3:15.8 in lane 7. Lane 8, 3.2. 3 minutes, 21.87 for Carol. Great job, girls. And we're going to be moving on to heat number 2. Girls 9 and 10, 200-yard IM.
Event number 19, girls 9-10, 200-yard IM, heat number 2 of 4. Mr. Referee.
Heat number 2 is now on the blocks. Lane number 1, we have Caroline McCobb. Lane 2, Tinsman. Lane 3, Heltz. Lane 4, Morgan. Lane 5, Wozniak. Lane 6, Roberts. Lane 7, Alderson. And lane 8, Katoots. Looks like Alderson's going to hit that wall first, followed shortly by lane 1, Ian McCobb. We saw great things from McCobb last night here for session number 1, although it does look like Alderson is definitely making some ground here in the butterfly segment. And at the split, it will be Alderson coming in first to the wall to come into the backstroke. She has a time of 36.73 for the split, 42.92 for Morgan, 43.58 for McCobb. Alderson, again, pulling ahead in that backstroke. Great flip turn by her. Followed quickly by McCobb in lane 1, and then lane 4 Morgan. Morgan having a seed time of 3:35.09, with the highest of what we have, but Alderson making the split into the breaststroke at 1:20.88. McCabe at 1:28.38. 1:29.59 for Morgan. Alderson easily making her way across the pool, again making a further stretch now versus McCabe in lane 1. Although it is a tight race here between lanes 1 and 4, Morgan not ceding much ground to McCabe in lane 1. But it is going to be Alderson coming into the wall for the split after the breaststroke first here. Alderson with a split of 2 minutes 11.76. As she makes her way into the freestyle. Looks like she has plenty left in the tank here to get this done today. And she's on the home stretch. McCabe still with that first leg of the freestyle.
Guys and girls and boys, remember when you're in the warm-up warm-down pool, feet first entry please. No diving in the warm-up or warm-down pool. Feet first entry please. Thank you.
And it is going to be Alderson coming in first at 2 minutes 49.31. Let's take a look at Caroline McCabe. Will be coming in just above 3 minutes at 3 minutes 5 seconds, 0.16. Great time for her as well. Both those girls not having an entry time. Morgan finishing with 3 minutes 11.43 seconds. That's a wonderful PR for her, coming in with a 3:35. She took a lot of time off of her entry time. 3:28.02 for Roberts, 3:29.23 for Tinsman. Again, that looks Roberts definitely taking some time off of her entry time as well. Great job, girls. Moving on to heat number 3.
Event number 19, girls 9-10, 200-yard IM, heat number 3 of 4, Mr. Referee.
Heat number 3 on the blocks. In lane 1, we have Svets. Lane 2, Fouts. Lane 3, Sunland. Lane 4, Pryor. Lane 5, Tewksbury. Lane 6, Evans. Lane 7, DeTulio. And lane 8, Hummel. And it looks like it's a race here between lanes 2 and 4. Looks like 2 is going to touch the wall first. At least that's what I saw. That's Foots coming in from Lancaster Aquatic Center. Lane 4, Pryor coming from Frederick area swim team. And as they near the split here, let's take a look at who's going to come in first on the butterfly stretch. 40.89 on the board for Foots, 41.03 for Pryor, and 42.3 for Evans in lane 6. Great performance from Evans here, coming from Cumberland Valley. And it looks like the 3 lanes have made their move out in front. Lanes 2, 4, and 6, all even numbers, all even in the pool. That's Foots from Lancaster, Pryor, Frederick, and Evans from Cumberland Valley in the backstroke. Pryor and Tewksbury having the best entry times here, 3 minutes 7 seconds, a little bit north of there. And Looks like Pryor's going to come in with a split of 125.41. 125.45 for Evans. And so we're seeing some great times from those girls. But it does look like that backstroke leg has shaken the field up here a little bit. Lane 4 still showing some superiority here for Pryor as she takes that first half of the breaststroke and working on her return. Lane 6 still holding strong. That's Evans. Evans making some ground here on Pryor as they enter the last 50 with a freestyle sprint. Lane 2 not giving up yet. Seem to make some ground as well. And that's foul. Let's see who has enough to finish here. Again, Pryor maintaining her lead easily as she rounds the bend with the flip turn. She's going to be taking a first position. Evans second. Looks like Fouts will be that third position as they sprint into the wall. But let's take a look to see how they've improved their times. Again, just above the 3-minute mark for Pryor, 3 minutes and 7 seconds. I think she's going to easily beat that here with a time of 2:57.58. Evans with 3 minutes, 0.98 seconds. Great times for those girls. Hummel coming in from the outside, 3 minute and 4.13. That's at lane 8. I like to call it the dark horse lane because I always seem to miss what they're doing. 3 minutes, 8 seconds, 0.01 for Fouts. Great job, girls. Everybody, I believe, in this race has earned those PRs, some by tens of seconds. So wonderful job for heat number 3. Heat number 4 on deck.
Event number 19, 9-10 girls, 200-yard IM, heat number 4 of 4.
Heat number 4 is on the blocks. And they're in the water. Lane number 1, Anderson. Lane 2, Bolin. Lane 3, Berman. Lane 4, Boyle. Lane 5, Connors. Lane 6, Garnsey. Lane 7, Bratton. And lane 8, Del Castillo. And it's going to be lane 4, Boyle. Not surprising here from the performance we have seen last night from her. Pulling out ahead here on the butterfly leg. But her neighbors are not giving her much room. Berman and Connors hot on her tail here today, this afternoon. Split of 31.68 for Boyle, 34.52 Berman, and 35.2 for Connors as they enter the backstroke. Boyle still looks to be appearing to have a full body length lead on her nearest competitor, Berman. Boyle maintaining, if not increasing, her lead over Berman here. Connors trailing a little behind Berman as they finish the backstroke leg. And it's going to be a split of 110.31 for Boyle, 113.46 for Berman, and 114.27 for Connors. Still middle of the pool, the front runners, Bolin at 119.02 as they enter that breaststroke leg. Boyle now about 2 body lengths ahead of her nearest competitor. That's still going to be Berman. But Connors is making a comeback here against Berman. So there's a tight race here between the second and third position. Looks like Connors had a great turn there with her breaststroke.
Again, reminder, Summers, we want to be wearing our masks at all time. I know it's warm in there, but keep our masks on. Please wear your mask and social distancing at your best.
And the entry time here for Boyle being about 2.5 minutes here. She does a split at 155.55. About the 201, a little bit above the 201 mark for both Burma and Connor as they finish with this freestyle stretch. And let's see if Boyle can PR here today, even with that impressive entry time. She is now running at about 218, about halfway across the pool, so there is a chance. And it looks like Berman has eked a little bit more of an edge on Connor as they're coming in for that second and third place finish. And it's going to be 2:30.31 for Boyle, a new personal best for her, improving a second. 2:35.78 for Berman, 2:38.09 for Connor. And again, incredible PRs for those two. Keeping up with that Boyle was no easy task, and they have shown that they can shave a lot of time off of their entry times at 2:52. Great job, girls. We hope you like the action here at Keystone Aquatics. Make sure that you tell your friends and family and to watch so they can see your swimmer competing against the best swimmers in the Mid-Atlantic region here at Keystone Aquatics. Now we're moving to event number 20.
That brings us to event number 20, boys 9-10, 200-yard IM. There's going to be 3 heats in this event. Heat number 1, Mr. Referee.
That's the boys 9 and 10, 200-yard IM. Five swimmers to start us off. Great starts in lane 2, Makaj. Lane 3, Papanicola. Lane 4, Zayas. Lane 5, Howard. Lane 6, Gallo. And it does look like Papanikolos is going to be taking the lead from B first. The swim team making that butterfly look flawless here is Maximus coming in to round out the butterfly leg first. He's going to have a split time of just above the 35-second mark. 35.35 for Makaj. I apologize. I think I was announcing the wrong name because I'm missing lane 1 here. But Makaj actually 43 for that Papanikolos. 35.35 for Makaj as they enter the backstroke. Makaj making that turn easily with the backstroke. He has a very, very long stroke here, which is doing very well for him. Very efficient backstroke. And Papanikolos coming across the pool, following him by approximately 20 feet at this point. Makaj making that turn at 119.52. Very good time for him. 126.32 for Papanikolos. And he is already almost to the other end of the pool here before the other competitors can make that turn into the breaststroke. Although it does look like Papanikolo is maybe gaining some ground here on Makaj in the breaststroke. Yes, he is. He's doing very well in this particular stroke. Can he catch him to get into the freestyle? It looks like it's going to be very close, folks. And that freestyle can set them apart depending on who has what in the tank. 217.02 for Makaj, 218.61 for Papanikolos. Again, only about a second and a half separating them right now. But it does look like Makaj is sprinting a little harder here as they enter the freestyle. Great flip turn from him. Papanikolos making the flip turn. Makaj placing some distance between him and Maximus as they come to the finish here. Just under the 3-minute mark. Will they be able to pull off in under 3? Looks very possible today. 254.55 for Makaj. 250.67 for Zayas at the split. 259.68 for Papanikolos. Maximus, great job, boys. And that's the thing with the first heat. Many of these boys not having an entry time. This could be because they haven't competed this year, and so some will be doing very well, others not as much. But we're very proud of all of the competitors here today, giving it up their all. And Zayas, Howard, and Gallo coming in that order. It looks like Zayas being 339.5, Howard being 340.33. Gallo finishing up here with, well, it might have been a soft touch on that end. Moving on to heat number 2.
Event number 20, boys 910, 200-yard IM. Heat number 2 of 3, Mr. Referee.
Keep your eye on lane 4. That's going to be Hassan from Keystone Aquatics with an entry time under 3 minutes. We have a false start here. He was just checking the temperature. It's cold, kids, but that's okay. That's why this pool seems to have some speed to it. All right, they're in the water. Lane number 1, Toth. Lane 2, Pagano. Lane 3, Moore. Lane 4, Hassan. Lane 5, Cummings. Lane 6, Turk Geller. Lane 7, Kurtzman. Lane 8, Gorvoy. Looks like at the turn, lane 3 ahead, that's Moore. He has an entry time of 3:03.86. Lane 7 looks like they're doing pretty well as well, but at the first turn, it's going to be that lane 3 Moore. Once at Moore, then his nearest competitor was at Hassan, I wanted to keep an eye on, but it does look like those two boys are coming out in the lead at this point. Moore slightly ahead of Hassan. It's going to be a race here, folks. Backstroke just starting halfway across the pool. By that point, Moore is making his flip into the home stretch of the backstroke. Hassan coming in, actually looks like third to lane number 7, which is Kurtzman. We saw great things from him last night. Looks like he's the dark horse coming up from behind in this race. But Moore maintaining his lead in the backstroke as he's ready to transition at the split into the breast. And the split for him is 116.57. 121.27 for Hassan, 121.81 for Kurtzman, just slightly behind Hassan. So it's going to be a race to the finish for second and third place here as they come across the pool for the breaststroke. Again, Moore maintaining that lead about 3 body lengths as he returns with his breast. And at the wall for the breast, it's going to be Kurtzman at the second position, followed by Hassan. And it does look like Turk Geller, I think, doing quite well as well. He's in lane 6, just slightly behind Hassan as they return on the breast. But it's still going to be Moore, Henry Moore, from Keystone Aquatics, racing his fellow teammate, Hassan. And his freestyle looks like it has plenty of energy to finish this off. And in fact, he has just widened the lead very much, almost by half a pull length to his nearest competitor. Although it does look like Kurtzman is coming up very close in that 7th lane, knocking on his door today. And it's going to be Turk Geller in that 3rd position so far. It's a race between 3rd and 4th at this point, between him and Hassan. And as they're finishing up, it's going to be 246.81 for Moore, 250.2 for Kurtzman, and 254.29 for Hassan. 254.41 for Turk Geller. That was very close. And we take a look at their PRs here. 255 is the best for Hassan, and he has pulled off a PR at the 254.29 mark. Moore coming in with 303, and he pulled off a 246.81, which is phenomenal. More than 15 seconds off of his time. That's wonderful. Great job, boys. Next up, the final heat, heat number 3 of the boys 9 and 10, 200-yard IM.
Event number 20, boys 910, 200-yard IM, heat number 3 of 3, Mr. Referee.
boys are on the deck. Great starts all around. Heat number 3, we got lane 1, Gitman, lane 2, Dashko, lane 3, Baumgartner, lane 4, Filimonov, lane 5, Edwards, lane 6, Kokoran, lane 7, Chernik, and lane 8, Meyer. And it's a close one here in the middle of the pool. All those boys making the turn, one after the other, in rapid succession. It's a great performance in the butterfly. Let's take a look to see who has that split time, who's coming in ahead at the end of the butterfly. Just above the 30s. Ooh, it's very close here. Looks like 31.86 for Kokoran, 31.91 for Filimonov. We saw great things from both of these boys last night as they enter that backstroke segment of the IM. Right now, looks like lane number 4 and lane number 6 flipping at almost the same time. And again, that is going to be your Filimonov and Kokoran in that order. Can Kokoran increase his lead on Filimonov? That is the question as they finish off the backstroke here and beginning the breaststroke shortly. 113.18 for Kokoran. Just after that, 113.93 for Filimonov, and Edwards in the middle of those two, only 2 100s away from Filimonov. And so let's see if he can catch him as they go in this breaststroke. Very powerful performance from Edwards here against it. In fact, it looks like Edwards is coming out on top here. He might hit that wall first. He has hit it about the same time as Filimonov. It does look like Kokoran is losing some ground here in the breaststroke leg. And it's going to be Edwards pulling out a surprise lead here in that breaststroke, just dominating the breaststroke segment of this IM. As they come in for the final leg, the freestyle sprint, we're going to see who wants it more. 156.49 for Edwards. He's come from behind here. 158.03 for Filimonov.